I was good with the people. What I'm talking about? It's a partner, man. It's a partner, man. What's good with the people, man? How's y'all doing on this May Markish Monday? What I'm talking about? Like, what are you talking about? May Marcus, I'm gonna get into it, but before we do that, what's good? People like hee hee ha ha. I'm talking about like Ken and the pen. You know what I'm talking about? All my folks incarcerated, man. All my folks who ain't break. Everybody on the bottom of that thing. Everybody on the top of that thing. Keep that head up. I'm talking about keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it. You know what I'm talking about, man? Did I say Ken and the pen? I don't know, but if I didn't, you can go get that stick up in stores now. You can go and get you one off of 76 MacArthur. They saw it out. They'll be back there. You know what I'm talking about? Giants Liquor is what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about? 82nd Hillside Barbershop. You know what I'm talking about? They say somebody put them in their stores in the hundreds. Thank you, young man. Now, because I tell y'all every morning, hey, you can come get them from Brett. You know what I'm talking about? You can come get them from me. You know what I'm talking about? Did you see him? You know what I'm talking about? But if all else fails, man, you can go and get you one off of Amazon. Make sure you copy a hardback. You know what I'm talking about, babe? Stick Up 2 gonna be in stores real soon. You know what I'm talking about? Funkadai Trying 2 coming right after that soon. You know what I'm talking about, babe? Uh-oh, what's that? Swing that finger, young man. Is this the one you talking about? Hey, that's the one, bro. Come on with it, babe. Worldwide INC. You know what I'm talking about? Worldwide Incorporated. Come on, bro. Worldwide. You know what I'm talking about? They gonna say, what does that mean? I'm gonna continuously tell you it means everybody. You know what I'm talking about? And Dugu, Fresh, Mike, Lil Rue, not Lil Rube. Lil Rue, you know what I'm talking about? Tata the player, that's who comes next, man. Same thing, bro. All my folks incarcerated, all my folks who ain't, man. Everybody on the bottom of that thing, everybody on the top of that thing. Keep that head up. You know what I'm talking about? Keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it, man. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, now let's get through these disclaimers. You know what I'm talking about? But before we do that, Mama says, and Mama always says, boy, brush them whiskers when you on TV. You know what I'm talking about, man? Coffee Chronicle. Classic roast, piping hot. You know what I'm talking about? Now let's get through these disclaimers. A good brother like myself, I don't promote no drug usage. Brother like myself, I don't promote no drug sellers. A good brother like me, you know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no alcohol consumption. You know what I'm talking about? No, you know what I'm talking about? Don't take a sip of the sippers. You know what I'm talking about? Don't do it. You get what I'm talking about? A good brother like me, I don't promote no crime. No. Good brother like me, I don't promote no violence. No. Good brother like me, I don't promote no domestic violence. Hell no. You know what I'm talking about? Keep your hands off the people. People, he don't talk about. He don't talk about. He don't talk about promote. You don't talk about no negativity. He don't talk about no. Me, man, I don't promote shit. You know what I'm talking about? They was talking Brett. I don't promote shit. You know what I'm talking about? Nah, shit. You know what I'm talking about? Me, all I promote is y'all go ahead and do what you're going to do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you find the right thing to do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen, because we just don't know how much of it we got, young ladies and gentlemen. But a good brother like myself, you know what I'm talking about? Man, I ain't got nothing against nobody. You know what I'm talking about? I was talking to B. Man, I just loves everybody. You know what I'm talking about? As a matter of fact, I want a quest. You know what I'm talking about? Bring that peace. You know what I'm talking about? That joy. You know what I'm talking about? That love. You know what I'm talking about? That love. Back to the YouTube community, man. You with me? Come on over here. Fuck with your partner. Hey, check that out, man. Come fuck with a nigga one time. You know what I'm talking about? I think I done forgot part of my spiel, but that's all right. We'll get to it tomorrow, won't we? You know what I'm talking about? Man, but how is y'all doing on this May Marcus Monday? He gonna talk about, bro, what are you talking about? May Marcus. You feel me? See, you ain't got to be a Mark. It's just Markish. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to all the bitches who say fucking nigga but got a man-made wig. You know, no one can do it better. I see you fucking. I ain't gonna say, well, why do you fuck with it like that? Because if I don't, ain't nobody else is, bro. You know what I'm talking about? I crack myself up, man. You know what I'm talking about? I gotta look in the mirror sometimes and say, bro, stop playing. You know what I'm talking about? Coffee Chronicle. You know what I'm talking about? Now, Marcus Monday. It go like this, man. So you could be solid and do Marcus shit. You get what I'm saying? Especially now with all the behaviors floating around, you know what I'm talking about? You starting to see more and more motherfuckers that solid do Markish shit. That don't mean they a mark, you know what I'm talking about? They just in some behaviors right now that got a Markish. You know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? But look, he goes like this. Say, get on with it already, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? I am nephew, sis, old man, old lady. You know what I'm talking about, man? But look at this, people. Now, I ain't talking about imaginary land. No. This goes a little bit further than imaginary land. This one right here is going to take you to the real world. You know what I'm talking about? Has anybody been there in a while? You know what I'm talking about? The real world. The real world, man. You see, this is what we do, man, as people, man. We leave our motherfucking houses every day. You know what we do? We go outside. And guess what we go outside to do? We go outside to put labels on people. And you know what I'm talking about? Bad influences, toxic. You know what I'm talking about? Narcissism. You know what I'm talking about? All the shit we do. Single mothers, a deadbeat dad. We do all this shit. You know what I'm talking about? This is what we leave our house to do. Now we do all that shit, but guess what? We don't put a label on first. You know what I'm talking about? Cause we don't know what's in your jar. you know how you quick to get everybody. You know how you used to put the jars. You just had the blank jar and you wrote what was on it up in that motherfucker. Your jar just blank. Because you ain't labeled yourself. You ain't put a label on yourself. You know what I'm talking about? And that's that made Markish Monday shit. You know what I'm talking about? I know it sounds like I'm saying Marcus, but I'm saying Markish. You know what I'm talking about? There's a difference. There's a difference, man. Shout out, rest in peace, my little nephew Kenny, man. I used to say, man, that nigga's a meese. You know what I'm talking about? Talking about stalk just geese. You know what I'm talking about? They just say, man, that nigga's a meese. You know what I'm talking about? I guess that meant Mark to them. Niggas used to come up with their own language, didn't they? But back to the Markish. You know what I'm talking about? Made Markish Monday. You know what I'm talking about? See, we do these things, folks, and we don't label ourselves. And where that's dangerous at is, and I'm just going off my opinion. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just telling you shit breast seeds from his own eyes. And where that fucks up is see, when you don't put a label on yourself first, you're not finna hold yourself accountable for nothing. You know what I'm talking about? Your jar empty. So that just means you always right in today's world, I guess. See, when you ain't putting no label on yourself, because when you came outside, everybody was supposed to know what you was too. You know what I'm talking about? But see, half the people that don't put a label on themselves is because they got too much shit in their jar to name. You know what I'm talking about? That shit take too long to write. You know what I'm talking about? But we're going to go outside and give everybody else a label. That's what we're going to do. We ain't going to label our motherfucking self, though. See, and this is where the Markish shit kicks in. You know what I'm talking about? Markish, made Markish Monday. It is. You know what I'm talking about? Mama say don't blow your nose on camera. Sorry, mama. Sorry, mama. Hang on. To the top of the world, mama. Top of the world. Hey, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, on this Markish Monday, made Markish. This is what we do right here, man. We sit around this earth and we act like ain't nothing our fault. We act like all the shit we ever did, mama. Don't count. We act like top of the world, mama. Top of the world. Sorry. You know what I'm talking? We act like no matter what. Hold on. Before I get into that, I forgot to leave this part out. Although we don't like to think so, everything starts and ends with us. That's the part I forgot to leave out. Everything starts and ends with us. See, but what we good for as people is to act like everything don't start and end with us. We act like some kind of way somebody either coerced us or something, somebody they threatened us or they did something to make us do what we did. You know what I'm talking about? Because for some reason as people, we just don't like being held accountable for what the fuck we did. See, we just don't like to say this was our choice. And I chose to do that. For some reason, we be scared to say that. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know. We scared what people gonna think about us. I don't know. But we do everything else but say, I did this shit because I wanted to do it. And that's just what the fuck I did. See, we do shit, then we come up with the rationalizations of why we did shit. You know what I'm talking about? And we start deflecting and we start just saying a whole bunch of shit that ain't got nothing to do with what the fuck we just did. You see? And that's why going outside labeling everybody else, see, that's where it get bad at. Because no matter what the fuck he is, what the fuck does that have to do with you? Somebody could be a stone cold thief, dope fiend, killer, whatever it is, but what the fuck does that have to do with you? Nothing. That's what it has to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. Unless it does. Now, if you was married to a motherfucker or something like that, you know what I'm talking about, then it has something to do with you, or that was the people, or you get what I'm saying? Then it has something to do with you. But if you don't really know them people not your friends or nothing like that, man, and you just point people out that has nothing to do with you. So whatever them people is, that's just what them people is. You know what I'm talking about? How are you? Because them people being the killer and them, that's not stopping you from doing nothing in your life. You get what I'm saying? So why are you keep expressing that shit like this nigga being the killer is the reason your lights off? You get what I'm talking about? The fuck is that got to? That nigga wouldn't kill the that nigga wouldn't kill the electricity people. And he went down there and killed the PG&E people. So you know what I'm talking about? So that everybody's lights just cut off. Made Markish Monday. Because what we doing is getting away from us too, man, fast. See, you ain't gonna understand it until we just in a world with no accountability. And somebody come do something to you, and then after they did it to you, they gave you a reason why they did it. So you ain't gonna understand it until then. You know what I'm talking about? In the real world we are. You know what I'm talking about? So you ain't gonna understand that shit to then. No, you ain't gonna understand it. See, until it happened to you, you just gonna keep on doing it. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't gonna understand it. You just doing it. But on this Made Markish Monday, you know what I'm talking about? While we walking around with no label on our jar, label on everybody else, you know what I'm talking about? And it's the cold part. We be labeling people from how we personally feel about them. You get what I'm saying? It don't have nothing to do with how they really is. It just has to do with the way we perceive they are to us. You get what I'm saying? It really has nothing to do with the real time. See, and that right there, it alley-oops right into the other Made Markish Monday shit. Because see, we develop a dislike or a like for somebody or whatever, right? See, if we like a person, we'll go around somewhere else, boy. We'll big up that person, won't we? If you don't like a person, what you gonna do? You gonna go everywhere else and try to make everybody else not like somebody for the reasons you don't like them. That's Markish. You know what I'm talking about, man? And it is. But since we always giving everybody labels, I suggest we just see what our ingredients is, you know what I'm talking about, and write our shit down and put it on our jar, you know what I mean? So while we point people out, they could point at us. You know what I'm talking about? Because all this shit just gets into the point of no accountability. And us as people go around earth and acting like anything we did was somebody else's fault. Oh, it was bad influence. It was good influences too. Why did you gravitate to the bad ones? You know what I'm talking about? We all went to school. Motherfuckers that was successful as a motherfucker. Why we didn't gravitate to that? It was good influences around too. But why we didn't gravitate to that? You know what I'm talking about? That's on you. What you gravitate to. Just is. That ain't nobody else's fault. Because no matter what nobody went through, bruh, you seen good shit and you seen bad shit. Now, whichever one you chose to gravitate to, that's on you. You can't blame influence, bruh. Influence is fucked up, man. That's what's wrong with the world, because everybody hella influential. But that's how you got there, man. You feel me? Would you let influence you? And that ain't nobody's fault but yours. Despite we was kids, you know what I'm talking about? Now, it's different if you just a kid. I'm talking about a kid like 7, 8, and you don't know what the fuck going on. But when you start getting up there around age, boy, around 14, 15, 16, man, you got common sense. But the thing is, we don't want to listen as people. Just like me, hard-headed, stubborn. You know what I'm talking about? All that shit. See, we don't want to listen, though. Then we get hit on top of our heads, you know what I mean? Here comes the whammy, but we fucked ourselves up. But we want to blame the reason why we didn't want to listen. You get what I'm saying? Now, the reason we didn't want to listen was somebody else's fault, too. No, you just didn't want to listen, bro. We just can't keep going around blaming everybody else for what the fuck we actually doing. We just can't do that, y'all. It ain't nobody's fault that you did anything that you did. You know what I'm talking about? It's just not. I can see, like, only way that's gonna happen is somebody lied to you, like, say, man, we finna go pick up mama and then we went somewhere else. They lied to you, talking, you know what I'm talking about? Now, that's a lie. You was under the belief of something else. You get what I'm saying? But the shit I'm talking about, nah. You chose. You made your own decision on what you was gonna do. You can't blame nobody else. You can't say you was influenced. You can't say you seen this. Now, granted, I know it's some tragic shit. I know everybody done been through shit, and that ain't the shit I'm talking about. I'm talking about them self-inflicted wounds. You know what I'm talking about? When your mama told you to stay your ass in the house and you snuck out the window. I'm talking about that shit right there. When motherfucker told you to go to school and you decided to cut. You get what I'm saying? When the motherfucker told you don't be over here, you don't run with these people, and you decide, you get what I'm saying? All that shit was your decision. But we all come up here and we want to use our backgrounds like we just been, excuse me, through the worst shit. Everybody, man, through the worst shit. Everybody has. That shit around the world. Everybody been through the worst shit, bruh. Your worst shit ain't no more worse or better than anybody else, bruh. All the shit motherfucker go through, that's their worst shit. And it was worse for them. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody been through that shit, bruh. You get what I'm saying? So you can't still be around today, and you notice all these people that do that, bruh, be the people that want to give other people labels. We just want to sit around and continuously go over what everybody else is, you know what I'm talking about, without going over what the fuck we is. Because no matter what the fuck we do, it seems like it's somebody else's fault. The decision you made always, like, we always try to boil that shit down to somebody else. Everything ends and starts with you, folks. Coffee Chronicles. But somehow we always want to blame the way we is on other people. We quick to say somebody made me do something, or if you wouldn't have did this, I wouldn't have did that. You know what I'm talking about? No, bro, you did that shit because you wanted to. That was the shit that popped up in your mind to do. That's just what it was. Ain't nobody made you do shit. The voice in your head would made you do something. But we quit to run outside with them labels and put on everybody else's jaw without sticking one to us first. You know what I'm talking about? Nephew, sis, old man, old lady. So yeah, man, on this Markish Made Monday, it's real Markish. Now, this is just my personal opinion. You ain't got to agree with me. Keep that motherfucker to yourself. You know what I'm talking about? I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm talking about? But on this, the most Markish shit is, man, always looking around for a reason why you did something. It ain't never your fault. You've been doing the same shit your whole life, but it ain't never your fault. Coffee Chronicles. I used to be just like that, y'all. It was everybody else's fault, the reason why I went to jail. And one day, everybody I was trying to blame it on, they wasn't in jail with me. You know what I'm talking about? Them niggas ain't never been my celly. I ain't never seen them niggas in the R&R. I ain't never seen one of them niggas on the yard. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody else I was trying to blame that shit on, they didn't come to jail with me. You know what I mean? So I just sat down and took a stiff look at myself. You know what I'm talking about? And from that moment on, I've been all right. You know what I'm talking about? Everything start and end with you people. You can look for a scapegoat if you want to, but that ain't gonna help you. You just gonna live your life like that. And before I get out there, I hope this video don't cut off. Because people are always talking about like the energy you put in the world, you're gonna get that back. But you know how people are always acting like God gonna do something to you or something. You know what God punishment and his blessing is? This is the punishment and the blessing you gonna get from God, bruh. You get to be you for the rest of your life. That's the punishment or the blessing you gonna get, man. Because a lot of y'all can't stand yourself. So you just gotta, you know what I'm talking about? You just gonna be stuck in you until you leave this motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? Or you gonna get them blessings till you leave this motherfucker. But your ultimate punishment is gonna be you. You know what I'm talking about? Everything starts and ends with you. And if you don't remember that, always remember, it don't cost nothing just to show a little bit of that love.